there's one principle that really overrides all of our decisions when it comes to investing, and that is we think like business owners. We're a part owner of a business. We don't think of stocks as something you look on your computer screen and little squiggly lines, but we think of the actual business and think like a business owner, how a business owner would approach that company as if he were buying the whole company, not just one share or 10 shares, but we look at the company as if we're buying the whole company. Okay. Now, our investment methodology is really there's 5 things that we look at. Number one is we have to understand the business and industry we're investing in. We recognize that we're not experts in every industry or every business out there. There are some that we feel like we have a better understanding than the average person on the street, either because we've studied it and over time, or we have prior work experience or life experiences that gives us an advantage over the general investing public. So number one is we have to understand the business or the industry that we're investing in. Number two is we look for companies that have a competitive advantage. We feel like that is absolutely critical, companies that have an advantage over the competition. If you think of a business that doesn't have a competitive advantage, what do you have? You have a very weak business that is susceptible to the competition. And we like to think of it as a moat surrounding a castle. And that moat is there to protect your home, protect your castle. And if the business doesn't have a moat around it, something to protect it from competition, your economic profits will disappear pretty quickly. So competitive advantage is really our second thing that we look at. Number 3 is we look for management, a good management. And how do you determine who's a good manager and who's not? Well, we have to look at their track record, their history. Have they allocated the capital of the company in a value creative way in their history, their operating history? Have they done that? If they haven't, then we really question how good of managers they are. We want managers that think like business owners. A lot of times, managers that think like business owners are business owners. They have substantial stake in the company themselves. So we are looking for managers that act like business owners and also have a vested interest in the long-term growth of this company, intrinsic value of the company. And then number 4 that we look at, the 4th principle we look for, is value. And we think value is critically important. It can turn a great company, very well managed company, business we understand, it can turn the investment into either an average investment or a great investment or a poor investment into a good investment. And the reason why is we try to buy below intrinsic value. Not every good company, in fact, there's a lot of great companies out there that we understand them, they have great management, they have competitive advantages, but we don't think they're great investments. Why? Because the price, the value that you're getting for the price you're paying is not there. There's a lot of companies that every day I come in the office and say, I'd love to own that company, but the price is not there. The value, the price is there, the value is not there. And so value is critical, and that can turn a average investment into a great investment if you buy it at the right price. So we try to buy below intrinsic value. We calculate that value before we make any investment. We got to know what the company's worth before we're willing to pay, have an idea of what we're willing to pay for that company. And then the last thing, number 5, is growth. We love to buy companies that are growing. So if you could take principle number 4, and that is value, and marry that with number 5, that is growth, put them together, we feel like that's a great combination of growth and value. A lot of investors will ask me, are you a value investor or are you a growth investor? Well, we love to buy growth at value prices. We don't like to pay a premium for growth, but we love growth and we love value, And we love to put those two things together.
This is a purely public broadcast and is not intended to be personalized financial advice for any individual's specific situation. Each individual's financial situation is unique, and the topics discussed on this broadcast should not be relied upon and or considered as personalized advice. Specific financial securities discussed are not intended to address any listener's particular financial situation and should not be considered recommendations. This is for educational purposes only. For more information, please contact Iron Gate Global Advisors at info@igga.com or by calling 888-591-0334.